Good morning, happy Friday everybody. This is Grant Russell with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. Hope everybody's doing well. We got a little sunshine today. Hopefully melt some of the snow off, and look forward to a warmer week in the next few weeks. Behind me we got a gorgeous 2022 Renegade XL. It's the X340. It's the X43DB floor plan. It's a bath and a half quad slide. Exterior, this is absolutely gorgeous. This is a Blizzard exterior. And why don't we start up front here, Jody, on the engine. So just some things to talk about up front. I got the hood open here, but the engine that powers this, we've got a DD13 Detroit 505. Got 1,850 pound-foot of torque. This will tow up to 30,000 pounds. And again, being a front engine, I know I've talked about it, and some of my coworkers have talked about it in the past, but easy access to get to everything, being the front hood, being able to open up like that. This chassis is on the Freightliner Cascadia P4 116. It's about 43 feet, being a 43 dB floor plan. The overall length of this is right at 43 feet. Coming down the side here, we got this first bay is open up. So this one was ordered with a total of 3 lithium batteries, and those 2 blue devices in the top left there, you've got 2 3,000 watt inverters. So plenty of power. This is an all-electric coach. You've got 3 15,000 BTU air conditioners, all the TVs, all the electronics, some cool stuff I'll show you when we go on the inside, but that powers the house with the residential fridge and the TVs and air conditioners. You got plenty of power. So, and then we'll get around to the generator in just a sec. But second bay here, we've got the 450 diesel aqua hot system. That's also where the reservoir is located for the glycol. That's that green solution in this little clear panel up top here, but it's completely full right now. That's what's heating it on the inside. And coming down the way here, we've got this is an empty compartment here for storage. You can see some slide locks in there. There's a step cover, that carpeted thing there that goes over the entrance step, so you don't have a hole there when you got it all set up. You got a 50-foot inside in here. You've got a 50-foot air chuck. If you want to tap into the air on the coach, you can. Then there's some electrical and 12-volt outlets up top there. By the way, these compartments, these are kind of like your pickup trucks have that spray liner inside of the pickup trucks. Kind of the same material there, so very heavy duty, nice and rugged, easy to keep clean. All right, coming down this way, we've got a twin drive. So you've got eight tires back here. So this is your drive axle, and we do have a second drive axle here, which you can engage, and we can talk about that when we get inside there. Coming down this way here, we've got some additional storage. This does go back up underneath and deep there. If you've got some longer items you need to store, you can slide those underneath the rails there. And then you can see here we've got a box with additional tile. This particular coach came ordered with the Gen Y hitch. That's what is in this box here. And then another storage compartment here. We've got the central vacuum. Some of your loose items just come shipped from Renegade loose. These are part of the glad hands if you have a trailer that has an air system on the actual trailer, that's what the glad hands there are going to be for. And then the blue package there, that's going to be for your central vacuum kit that's on the inside there. Around back here, we've got the 40,000 pound hitch. There are some reducers. We can reduce this down to a 3 and a 2.5 inch hitch, but the smaller you reduce the hitch, the less it's going to be able to tow. But this one is rated to tow up to Actually, I said 30 earlier. It's 40,000 pounds is the max. So scratch the 30. Max 40, but can go all the way down to about 10 to 12. You've got a Voyager here. This is going to be for if you got a camera on your trailer, on the back of the or on the interior of your trailer. You also have a 7-way plug here. This does come with brake controller. These are your glad hands for if you've got an air system on your trailer. That's what that's for. We've got an exhaust here. It's actually blowing hot right now. We've got the generator going. And then up top, we have the backup camera and all your lights, all your running lights, your brake lights, turn signals, reverse lights. These are all going to be LEDs. Coming around on this side, we've got the 50 amp retractable cord here. Your transfer switch is also located in here. It does have a little, you can go down to 30, so it's got a 50 to 30. And you can run that out the bottom here so you can close your door when you're using it. We've got a 12,500 watt diesel Cummins own-end generator. Coming down this way, we've got the dump station. So, since we're at the dump station, we'll talk about the water capacities. You've got 150 gallons of fresh water, and then you got your black and your gray. You've got a 75 black and a 75 gallon gray tank. You have a sewer flush on the far left, right there, cable hookups, retractable water hose down below. You also have a little spray port. That's where that's located. Whole house water filtration system. This little red switch down here, it says flow jet. That's going to be for, it does have a macerator, the flow jet macerator system, so it will grind up all your waste and it will pump your wastewater out. On the right there is a hose reel, so when you pull the city water hose out, it's a little cold out here, my hands are chilly, but that, you push the button there and that retracts it all the way in. On the left here, these are going to be your 75 gallon gray and 75 gallon black water. That white hose you're seeing there, that's part of that flow jet for pumping the wastewater. And then coming down this way here, we've got the starting batteries in this bay here. This is all storage. And then over on the left here, these are your cranking batteries on the chassis. And then this right here is going to be your air chuck. That 50-foot hose I was talking about earlier, the air hose, that's where you tap into the air on the coach. All right, why don't we come around, let's go to the entrance. We'll go take a look at the inside of this one. One thing I didn't mention yet, but actually before we go in, I'll just point something out. So earlier I did pair my phone to the, they call it the Vega Touch Mira. There's an app you can download on your mobile devices. But I do have it paired right now. Let's go to the slides. So just to show you what it looks like here. So there's an app right here on the top left, Vega Touch Mira. I'm gonna tap on this. And we're on slides right now. So why don't we run the living room. We'll retract this living room here. So I'm gonna hold this down. So if you get a shot on the side there, Jody, you'll see the slide going in. I'm not gonna go all the way in with it because we're about to go inside. But if I were buttoning up this coach, I'm about to hit the road. Kind of nice to have this even when you're running the slides out, so you can see and make sure you're not getting close to other vehicles or trees or anything else that you might want to run the slides out for. So I'm going to bring that back out. And then something else I always like to point out while that's coming back out, the baggage doors, I'm just going to walk down the side here. So these have the double latch, I call it the slam latch baggage door. They never bounce back on you. They're very dependable. I'm fixing to leave and hit the road. Got everything closed up. So that's kind of a nice feature there. So, All right, let's go inside where it's a little warmer. Whew. Even though the sun's out, it's still a little chilly out there. Okay, come check out this new Cascadia. So the dash, just this dash area, just something to mention. It's ergonomically designed, so everything is facing the driver. Easy access to all the controls, your air conditioner controls, your brake controller, your Garmin. I'll turn this on here. Let's see here. Okay, you've got a digital dash monitor, similar to some of our Class A diesels. The steering wheel here, the Freightliner steering wheel, everything's at your fingertips, the controls. So right now, you know, it's already it says watch for ice on the dash cluster, because it knows how cold it is outside right now. So let me go back. I'm gonna click the back button here, and this on the left here kind of works like a mobile device. You've got a back button, you've got a home button, so you can toggle through. These are all the different settings here. If I go into your home, you can set your trip monitor, check on the odometer, the mileage, driving assistance. It's telling me, it just kind of walks you through it. For settings, press this. So there's a little button here on the far right. If I go into that, I can set my distance. This does have a collision avoidance, adaptive cruise. I'll tell you earlier, when I was just pulling this forward, we've got the little studio van parked out in the front here, and as I'm pulling forward, it's like solid red light and beeping at me saying, hey, you're approaching a vehicle. So it's just warning me that I need to be on the brake. But when you do have the cruise control set, you can actually set that at a 3.6 second, a 3.2 second, a 2.8, a 2.6. So there's different settings there you can set on the adaptive cruise. That's kind of a neat feature there. And then let's go back out. So then you have all your gauges, your diesel exhaust fluid gauge, your oil gauge, your temperature gauge. So everything is real simple and easy to read too. So kind of a neat feature the way this is designed here. The Garmin on the right here. So this comes off. So you can mount it here, and that's where it charges while you're traveling. It's got a nice color screen monitor for GPS. Again, it works like a phone. You've got a back button. These are all the different features here that are available on the Garmin. Your stereo, if your passengers want to control the radio stations, or they want to help GPS, then that's available. So, and then down below here, we've got some different features here that we can go over with. If anybody that buys one of these, we obviously are going to go through everything on this with you. But the first one here, you've got your light test. So that does test all the exterior lights on it. The regen button, if it's calling to regen on the dash cluster, you can hold this down and that'll burn off the diesel particulates. It does automatically regen when you're driving it, but if you're on a hot day and you're coming to a lot of red lights and it needs to call for a regen to burn off the diesel particulates, that's where you can manually activate that. Oh, it does have a little, you've got footwell lighting. It's going to be for lighting up the footwell. Dome light, just overhead dome light. Docking lights, it's actually labeled, it says utility light here, but they got a little label there, it says docking lights. And these are all momentary switches, so you just tap it on and off. ATC spin control, so that traction control deactivated the tire spin. I'll just hit that again, that turns it off. And then you've got a couple other switches here. LDW off. I'll turn that. It's going to tell me I believe that's for your your sensors on the right and the left hand side when you're turning. It senses a vehicle next to you. And then Down below here we've got this does have the twin drive axle I was talking about on the exterior. So if you want to engage your axle, the INTR switch here, you can lock in the second drive axle. And if you want to lock the differential lock, so you get all the tires spinning at the same time, say you're on some sandy conditions, snow, slippery conditions, you can engage the differential lock and that'll get you more spin off of the second drive axle. And then you do have a suspension height adjustment here where you can lower and raise the suspension. Cool features there. Also the seats are air ride. They're heated seats. They do swivel around to join the living area. Something to point out too right here, we've got, instead of having the camera on your Garmin here, every time you turn the blinker on it switches, you've got it up above here, so that way you can use this for GPS, you can use this for the stereo system or any other features you're wanting to use it for. Okay, so I'm going to shut this off. Let me come back, shut this door because it's the sun coming in. I wanted to show you all, this one has some just gorgeous woodwork. This is the Blizzard, I think we call it the Blizzard exterior, and it has the titanium interior package. Like the exterior, the interior, the colors that have been chosen on this one are absolutely beautiful. The 43DB gives you lots of counter space. And I don't know if you can see it on the camera there. We got a nice little blue light, a little accent like that. That's an option that this one came with. There's an app. You can also, we talked about the app for the Vega Touch, for the Firefly device where you can pair your phones for it. Well, you can also pair your phone if you want to control all the lights from in the kitchen area all the way back in the bedroom. There is an app called Happy Lighting. And let me go, if you look on the kind of top right there, Happy Lighting, I'm going to tap on that. So now I've got all these different colors. Check this out. So I'm just going to move this around. I want red, green, blue. So it's kind of a cool thing, that feature there. So if you're having a little party and you want to have that all set up, they can change all at the same, you can set it for different settings where it just constantly changes color, or just leave it on one solid color. Your shade controls. All the shades, we've got them all down right now. The NCD roller shades, they are electric, and those are programmed through the Firefly, the Firefly controls too. Your day and your night shades, and your cabinets overhead. Notice how they're staying open. Renegade uses the nice heavy-duty hinges also on all their cabinetry. If you're loading all your cabinets, sitting there creeping down and closing on you, or you're having to hold them up while you're trying to load the overhead cabinets, are nice and tight when they're open. And then down below here, you can see we've got a booth dinette, a couple of cup holders, USB ports, and electrical outlets on both sides of the dinette. One thing I noticed too, this does go down, so this becomes a bed if you wanted to have an extra guest with you. And then you have the sofa here is also a sleeper, so this will pull out and make into another bed. And just nice little touches like this sofa has a little place you can store your remotes and the armrest there. Get things out of the way. So we've got them on both sides. Tile, it's all tile floor, it's all heated tile floor. We've got a fireplace here. It's an electric fireplace. As long as you've got you're plugged into power, then that's going to give you power for the fireplace. Then we have Samsung LED TV, and let's see here, actually this has a release underneath here, so I can pull this out and access behind it. Let's see here, that's at here. So you got a little hidden storage back behind the TV area. Then you got another one. Let's take my word for it. There's another one on the other side here. And then the drawers on all the pull-out drawers, full extension drawer glides. This is kind of nice the way this separates. So you got a little silverware drawer here and another one up top. There's some of the remotes for the shade controls, awning controls, TV controls. And then if you notice, as I'm opening these drawers and closing them, you got soft drawer close on all the drawers. Some good storage underneath. Induction cooktop. So you have to use the magnetic style pans, so the surface does not get hot when this is on, but the pan will react, and it does get hot. It does boil water very fast. You got a convection microwave oven. And then the refrigerator, the way Renegade does is also I like very well. So you've got a lock here on the side, and you got a lock here. So when you're traveling, these are nice and tight, but just a simple latch to unlock it and access the freezer compartment down below. Refrigerator up top. Okay, come to the back here, and as we head to the back, just some things we'll talk about. You got a little bit of storage overhead here. You do have some storage, or this is your control panel for the resettable fuses. These will be some pull-outs for pantry storage. So you got 4 good sized drawers there, and then your breakers are down below here for the house and the inverter. And right here we've got the stackable washer and dryer. Kind of a nice location. I mean, it's something I'll point out. I mean, if I'm washing clothes and I'm taking my clothes out of the dryer, my bed's right here. So you could literally just throw all your laundry in the bed. When it comes time to fold and close, it's in a nice and convenient location. This is going to be one of the Firefly controls. So I paired my phone to it. I was kind of showing you a little bit outside, but this is also going to be where you can operate some of the different features throughout the motorhome from the Firefly here. Right now it's on the home screen, so I can actually turn the on-off for the lights. Turns all the lights off, turns them all back on. I can check on my holding tanks. I can turn my water pump on and off, my tank heater on and off there. You can see right now it's telling me my aqua hot burner's on. I've got the front, you can see the little flame there for the front, and the rear flames is just letting me know it's heating. You do have an electric element, and you have an engine preheat as well that you can turn off and on. And then this, you can keep an eye on your batteries. I can see my house voltage level, my chassis voltage level, generators running. There's also an AGS mode where I can enable the automatic gen start. If I enable that, there's some different trigger points that you can set. If you want it to turn on at a certain specific time, if you want it to turn on at low voltage, at temperature, you can actually set some trigger points in the AGS for the XL models. If you just want to go directly to the light controls here, I've got interior master, rear master, so just all the different controls there. There's the generator. If you go into the lightning bolt there, it's going to bring you to just the power for the coach. So you got the energy management system, the house and the chassis battery systems. Here's that AGS again. So there's some different locations where you can actually access the generator settings. Temperature controls, floor heat, mid, rear, bay heat. Your bays are also heated on this coach. Your vent fans are powered through this device as well. And then you can use your slide controls. There's a picture of the motorhome. I've got the key on. You can see these are in a lock position right now, but I can retract them. It just doesn't let me go out with them. I left the key on up there from earlier when I was sitting in the driver's seat, so it's got that in a lock mode right now. And then your leveling, you can actually level from the Firefly. That's a cool new feature I'm noticing on that. And your slides or your awning controls are also in here. And then the little gear on the bottom left just brings you to some of the diag for Aquahot, so the network. If someone from Firefly has to tap in or has to help walk you through it, you can go into some network diagnostics. It's also where you can go into this top left button here, and there's the ID and the PIN number to pair a mobile device. So some cool features on the Firefly. Oh yeah.
Just repeat the question. Does it have theater seats?
Theater seats are available. It's an option. So yeah, this particular one has a sleeper sofa. These cushions come out, and it just is a pull-out air mattress, like a queen-size bed. But if someone wanted to order one and get theater seats, that is an available option you can get. Good question. Moving on to the half bath. So I'll let you kind of pan in there. So you've got some good storage. I'm going to open the medicine cabinet so you can see some good storage overhead there. And then you can see the Corian countertops. It's all one solid surface, makes it easier for cleaning. And then down below there's some good storage. And you got, it's all porcelain. That is a macerator flushing toilet. So yeah, so it's got a little, I don't know if you can get in there and pan to the bottom left. There's the flushing device, so it's an electric flushing toilet. And then we have some overhead storage for the half bath. Something else just to point out that I haven't, as we're walking through the walls, these are all padded. So you've got the padded ceiling and you have padded walls, so that's very nice insulation. Coming to the back. So we've got an RV King. Then you have something else that I haven't pointed. You'll see these black panels throughout the coach. So these are also just quick, easy locations to turn lights on and off. And it's also, there'll be some fan controls you'll see like in the bathrooms without having to use you got the Firefly controls, but you also have these little black panels to operate fans, lights, things like that. And then, let's see, above the bed here, we've got another panel. If you get up underneath there, you can see we've got reading lights, accent lights, panel lights, generator on and off switch here. These are some shade controls over on this side. And then of course all this is going to be overhead storage. And then on the sides of the beds, we've got USB ports and electrical outlets. That's becoming more popular on homes and RVs and in general, but just about everywhere. You have 150 gallons. We talked about the 150 gallons of fresh water. So that'll be up under the bed. We'll lift this up, come up here. We've got a 75 and a 75. I've got 150 gallons of fresh water. It's also where your water pump's located. Easy access to some of your low point drain valves. But that is where Renegade puts them. So you've got the 275, you've got a 75 black and 75 gray that are all heated in the exterior. And then you have your 150 inside here under the bed. Across on this side, we've got some storage. So the TV is mounted here, but if you go in and kind of shoot down through it, you can see we've got some storage behind the TV, and you got the hanging rod here. All the way across the back there. And for entertainment, you got a nice little sound bar here for the living area. Again, full extension drawer glides on all your drawers. Looks like we've got some cabinets down below here. These open up. And these will be pull-out drawers. And down below here, we've got a Blu-ray player. I may have forgot to mention that there is a Blu-ray player up front too for the living area. And you can order these with satellites, whether you want Dish Network, DirecTV, in motion, high definition. There's all kinds of different systems you can install on these. And then we got the master bath. So we got a nice big shower here. So I'm 6'2". I got plenty of room in here. Adjustable shower head. We got another several inches above me, and you got a place. This is actually kind of a nice way they build this in, place to put all your shampoos and soaps and things. And then you got a lot of counter space for the bathroom area. Medicine cabinet. And we got some more storage on the side here. Some measurements. I think I talked about this floor plan being a 43 dB. It's 43 feet long. Height is 13 feet at ride height. We talked about the fuel. The fuel on this is 120 gallons of fuel. So if there's anything I may have missed or any questions that people may have out there on this particular XL, please shoot me an email, give me a call, shoot me a text. Right now, this particular one is going to be delivering to a customer here in the next couple of weeks, but the XLs are rare to get. If someone's interested in placing an order, please feel free to call out. I'd be happy to see what's available out there and how soon we could get something in for you. But the best way to reach me is going to be on my cell phone at 720-539-4711, or you can shoot me a text. Also, you can email me. You can shoot me an email at grussell, that's 2 S's and 2 L's, GRUSSELL at transwest.com. Hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll see you next time. Have a good week.